making the album, we hooked up with Kevin Nelson, Journey's producer. He suggested a studio in Switzerland to get away from big towns, bars, pubs, everything. So he'd done it before with other acts, and he thought it was great. He took the band to the countryside in Switzerland, put him staying in the hotel, in the studio. So we had rooms in the studio. So we couldn't get up to any naughtiness, really. So you were there, focused on recording. And yeah, we recorded the whole Final Countdown album there. We did the vocals in various other places. I remember the Final Countdown was called Final Breakdown at one point, because we were discussing what drum pad should be on the song. It wasn't that, it could have been, Final Countdown could have been a straight beat. That was a suggestion from some people in the camp, but I was stuck to my guns. No, let's keep it galloping. Let's keep it, lights out. Let's keep it Run to the Hills. Let's keep it that kind of British thing, And I stuck to my guns there, which was good, because it fits with it fits better. If you go straight, it becomes a different song. So it would have had a different path then. But we thought it was special. I remember playing for Ian, who just joined the band. He said, "Oh, that's so different and unique. That's kind of cool." There was something about the melodies and the melancholic sort of Scandinavian melodies, but it was still an uplifting song. It was kind of in the studio, me and Mick McGarley sits, when everybody goes home, it's ready mixed, we sit there and we play it back, him and me, only in the dark. We dim the lights and we played it. And I got goosebumps after Kevin Nelson's mix, and we just looked at each other, man, there's something special here. But we didn't know what that meant, We didn't know. But it was just one of those soundtrack songs that just flows. It was always 6 minutes long, and nobody really thought it was going to be a single, but we sort of said, let's use it as a first single anyway, because it's kind of different. It's kind of majestic. Let's open the show with it. Let's put it first on the album. And the record company sort of agreed, but I don't think, they probably wanted Rock the Night or something, I would guess. But we said, no, let's stick to that and start with that. So we did. The first single I bought was Space Oddity, and I was always fascinated with his sort of strange fascination of space, floating in a tin can and all that. And I was just a kid, and I was listening to it over and over and over again. His voice made you listen to the lyrics. That's the strength of a great singer. You want to find out about the lyrics, and I did. And when I wrote the Final Countdown, I had the demo and I played it. That's what I used to do. I used to play it over and over and over again. I have a microphone, it's loud, and then sing and improvise, and in the end it started coming. And the Final Countdown title came, but I didn't have the lyric. And then I remembered, I was thinking, I put Space Oddity on, and I was thinking, oh, maybe we're leaving Earth. Maybe this is it, it's spent. We're going to another planet, and that could be the Final Countdown. So he sort of triggered it in a roundabout way. The song sort of brought us outside the rock world. Yeah. We did Wings of Tomorrow, and we started getting really great responses from, I remember Dieter Dierks, Scorpion's producer, wanted to work with us. I remember Epic in New York when I went there first time. I was 21. They just, Bon Jovi was just signed by another label, and we went to see CBS, and on the basis of Wings of Tomorrow, which was more of a guitar. It was a few ballads, but it was a guitar rock album. And Final Countdown sort of broadened the band, and Kevin Nelson made it, the mix was more towards American radio, and we were very proud of it. But it's nice to be sort of a little bit back in the rock community again with the 5 new albums we made, and we reacquainted ourselves with a lot of rock fans and friends so it's kind of thick when you get a crossover. That's it's kind of weird, especially if you're a guitar-based band and you're musicians and you want to rehearse, you want to play, you want to make great albums. Becoming one of the biggest bands in the world, and on posters, on TV shows, playback TV shows. We used to hate doing some of those playback shows for family TV and stuff, and we got a lot of requests for that. In the end, we just said, we can't do it. Tell them we do it live, otherwise we won't do it. Yeah. And then there was, no, we wanted playback because they couldn't handle the live situation. A lot of TV programs can't. So these days, it's, we always say, no, we'll come if we can play live,